Hello and welcome. My name is Kyle FtW, and welcome back to another Black Ops Cold War video. Today, we just got to 5th Prestige, which actually I hit it last night, and you guys, if you saw the video from earlier today, where I showed all that news and information, you guys actually saw me get to this rank in that gameplay, and I absolutely got to this Prestige so fast. I think I made my Prestige 4 video about a week ago, and I think I hit Prestige 4 on Thursday a week ago, Thursday a week and a half ago, so a week from last Thursday, I hit Prestige 4, and now I'm already Prestige 5, so I've absolutely played the crap out of this game. I've started to just really enjoy it. I'll be making a video probably later this week about whether or not, microtransactions actually affect skill-based matchmaking or not, which will be a controversial video, but I'm definitely kind of curious about that video for sure. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and talk about my Prestige 5 video today. Again, I got through this Prestige super fast. What I decided to do is, instead of going through my classes first, I will go ahead and show you guys all of my barracks and my stats, and then at the very end of the video, I will go ahead and use my Prestige token, or my Prestige key. So anyways, let's go ahead and jump into my combat record. So starting off here with my level, I'm of course level 150, which means I am Prestige 5 in Black Ops Cold War. It took me 3 days, 0 hours, and 28 minutes to get to Prestige 5, which I'm not sure if that's slow or fast or anything like that, but nonetheless, I think that's pretty relatively quick in all honesty. Next, I have played 736 games. I have 269 wins to 367 losses. You guys know that when I play this game, I lose a ton. I never try to lose. It's just a matter of me joining late games and my teammates aren't doing anything, and especially because lately I've been having a lot of carry-based matchmaking, which is a lot like what it was back in Black Ops 3, where I'm the best player on my team and all of my teammates are really bad and my team just gets owned. And that's why my win-loss is so low. I also play solo most of the time. I play Domination and Kill Confirmed, and Domination solo is sometimes super annoying, but nonetheless, that's why my win-loss is as low as it is. I've been trying to get it up, but it's just really hard to, and in all honesty, I just have kind of given up on trying to win games. And again, my win-loss would be a lot higher if I didn't play solo as much, and my teammates were actually good most of the time. But my eliminated death ratio is 1.86. It is going to go down a little bit because I'm going to start doing challenges here very soon, but I'm very happy where it is, and hopefully after all of my diamond camo grind is over, I'll be able to get that back up to close to a 2 KD, because that is definitely my goal this year. If I don't get there, it's not a big deal, but I would like to try my best to get to a 2 KD this year. But I'm happy with a 1.86 elim to death ratio. Now keep in mind that the elim to death ratio is considering the EKAA system. My KD in this game, I think, is a 1.54 or something like that. So you'll be able to see it when I get to my leaderboards later in the video. I have 15,787 kills, which isn't too bad. My score per minute is a 622. That makes a lot of sense because the score per minute is going to be the highest out of anyone in any Call of Duty ever, because that's just how this game is. And I have an average of 21 elims per game, and my highest kill streak is a 24. Still haven't been able to beat that quite yet, but I'm hoping maybe I'll get 1 nuclear this year if I can. That would be awesome if I could, but it's going to be very difficult with the SPMM system, and you guys already know the drill. Now the AK-74U is my most used weapon still, but the Milano is getting pretty close. The AK-74U I barely use anymore. I used the AK-74U a ridiculous amount when the game first came out. Now I never really use it. I think I've used it in 2 games in the past like 3 months. Well, in the past like month and a half or so. And the Milano is my second most used weapon. I absolutely love that weapon. Such a great gun. My favorite SMG in the game. And then the AK-47 is my third most used weapon, and that is not surprising at all. I absolutely love the AK-47. It's a great weapon, and it's probably my favorite AR in the game. As far as elims to death ratio go, my highest weapon is the QBZ, the KSP-45, and the Groza. So the QBZ is 1.86, as well as the KSP. Again, I told you that gun is underrated. Give that weapon a try. And then a 1.77 with the Groza, which is pretty cool as well. So I'm happy with those guns. All 3 of those guns are really underrated in this game, so I'm happy that my KD is as high with those as it is. Zombies information, don't really know if you guys care that much because that hasn't really changed at all, so I'm going to go ahead and skip over that. Now, leaderboards, I've actually ranked up quite a bit in the leaderboards. I think in the last video I was 400 and something in the world, and now I'm 355,000th in the world. Again, I don't really care about leaderboards too much. The only thing with leaderboards that is worth showing you guys is that it shows my KD here. This is my KD in this game. It shows it accurately without the elim to death ratio, so my KD ratio is 1.58 in this game, which I'm really happy with. Normally in Call of Duty, I always try for a 2 KD, but in the past couple of years, it's been very difficult to do that with the strict skill-based matchmaking system. So the fact that have a 1.58 is I'm pretty happy with that. I think that's a pretty darn good KD ratio, especially because I think a 1.58 puts me like the top 7 or 8% in the world KD wise, which is just crazy. In all honesty, it's absolutely insane, and it's the highest out of my friends list, but that makes sense because I play Call of Duty way more than all of my friends do, or on the multiplayer side of things. Anyways, TDM, I have a 1.48 kill death ratio. I rarely play TDM. It's just not my favorite mode in the game at all. Kill confirmed, I have a 1.64 KD ratio, which I'm very happy with as well. Kill confirmed is a mode I play quite a bit. And then domination is my favorite mode in the entire game. I don't know what 8,000 divided by 5,034 is, but I think that's over a 1 KD, obviously. I'm not really sure exactly what that is. I'll pull out my calculator real quick and go ahead and get that for you guys. 8,029 divided by 534. So it's 1.59 KD. Not very high, but that's also because I play the objective. I try to play the objective to the best of my abilities, because that's the point of domination. If you're going to play domination, try your best to play the objective. I would not sit in the back of the map and do nothing. But anyways, I'm pretty happy with my leaderboards, in all honesty. I never play hardcore, so that's not going to be any stats there. And then zombies, just super far down in the world. I rarely play zombies. So now that we have all that out of the way, we'll go ahead and jump into my classes real quick. And again, I'll try and get through these as fast as I can. Don't want this to be a super long video. So starting off here with my DMR 14 class, this is a weapon that I'm trying to get ranked up. As you guys know, I want diamond tactical rifles, assault rifles, and SMGs in this game, so I'm ranking all of them up. This is just kind of a class that I've just created yesterday, so it's kind of an irrelevant class. But if you guys are curious, I'm using the Millstop Reflex sight, the silencer, the rapid fire barrel, and then the regular front grip, and then the tactical stock. It's a pretty early attachmented weapon, but when I do my prestige videos, I will go ahead and or not my prestige videos, my diamond videos, I'll go ahead and show you guys the best classes with each weapon class. For my secondary, I'm using the Tiny Comrade Diamatti. This is just an amazing weapon. Once I get it to level 35, when I actually unlock the dual wield attachment, I'll probably take the anime bundle off. Really, I don't like using the anime bundle that much in this game, but it's just such a good secondary that I just keep it on. But once I get the dual wield attachment and I can create this weapon by itself, then I will definitely do that. But again, all this stuff down here is the same: stim shots, semtex, and field mic. And then all my perks are the same: flak jacket, tactical mask, assassin, scavenger, ghost, and ninja. Again, I won't go through any of this stuff here, and I probably won't go through my secondary anymore either. This class is kind of irrelevant because there's no point in showing anything, because, well, it's not really even a class. It's just kind of a makeshift class that I just put the M16 on there for really no apparent reason. Now here's my Bullfrog class. This is a weapon that I do use quite a bit, and I really have enjoyed this class. I used this in one of my previous videos when I played the new KISS Confirmed mode. So I was using the KGB Eliminator, the 8.1 inch Liberator barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the field tape, and then last but not least, the no stock attachment. So pretty good class there. Having figured out what the bullet velocity actually does in Call of Duty now has really helped me, especially with SMGs. And honestly, putting bullet velocity on SMGs is super cool and does really well. Next, I have the Wingman pistol, and I don't really ever use this because the Bison has so much ammo in it. I mean, 50 rounds, I never really need to reload, and I really just love the Bison class. Again, everything's pretty much the same here: lethal, tactical, and perks. The only thing that's different is the proximity mine, but I rarely use that and throw that on the ground. I really just don't pay attention to that very much anymore. I mean, the field upgrades are not as good as they were in Modern Warfare 2019. Back in Modern Warfare 2019, I had Dead Silence all the time, and I always used it because it was the best way to play that game. But in this game, you really don't. They really aren't that good. I've actually wanted to use the gas mine a little bit more, see how good that is, but for the most part, I really don't use my field upgrades that much. Next, I have my KSP class. This is the class from that video a couple weeks ago, which was my most fun experience, and this was the class I was using. I was using the Microflex LED sight, the SOCOM Eliminator, the 10.5 inch reinforced heavy barrel, the SASR jungle grip, and then last but not least, I was using the no stock. Great weapon, super strong, and I'm very excited to do a best class setup video on this weapon here soon and get this weapon diamond as well. Again, my secondary is M1911. Don't really use it too much, but there we go. And then again, everything is the same over here as well. Next, we have my Milano class. This is my favorite SMG in the game, and I love this weapon. If you guys saw my video from earlier today, you saw the gameplay that I was rocking with this weapon, and this is the exact class that I was using. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll go ahead and just show you guys this class for those of you who watch this video, but expect a best class setup video on this weapon very, very soon, and this will be the class that I'm going to have for that. So I was using the SOCOM Eliminator, the 10.5-inch Ranger barrel, which improved that bullet velocity, the Field Agent grip, the 45-round speed mag, and then last but not least the Raider stock, which is by far the best attachment in the game. Super, super strong, and I absolutely love the Milano, favorite weapon in the game. Next, I have the Tiny Comrade blueprint for the Diamantes as well, and again, everything is the same here. Now we have my AK-47 class. This is a great weapon and a great class overall. I have the KGB Eliminator, the 20-inch Liberator barrel, the Tiger Team Spotlight. Again, I made a whole dedicated video to that. An amazing attachment. The Spetsnaz grip, and then last but not least, the KGB skeletal stock. Again, the best attachment in the game for the stock. And again, all that stuff is here. All this stuff here is the same. And of course, the proximity mine is my field upgrade. Next, we have my QBZ class. This is a weapon that I've started to really, really like. Super underrated weapon, and it's just a very, very good weapon. It really, really is. Again, infantry compensator for my first attachment. Then I have the 15.5-inch reinforced heavy barrel, I believe is what I had. Yep. And then we have ourselves the Field Agent grip, the SASR jungle grip, and then last but not least, we have the Raider stock on there, I guess. Yep, I guess I have the Raider stock. I guess I didn't rank it up fully, but there's a little bit of a glitch in Modern War or in Black Ops Cold War where you'll unlock an attachment before you actually get to that rank. So what I do is when I unlock that specific attachment, I go right into the menu and equip that attachment right away, so that the game can't lock it back for me. So anyways, great weapon here. Definitely recommend using the QBZ. It's a very underrated weapon, and I promise you'll do well. Whenever I say something is good, I usually always mean it, so definitely give this weapon a go. And again, the thing about Modern War or Black Ops Cold War versus Modern Warfare is that you honestly get a lot of the same attachments very, very late in the game for those specific weapons, and you're pretty much always going to do well with the later attachments versus the earlier attachments, which is, in my opinion, it's not that big of a deal, but I know that a lot of people are kind of annoyed by that you have to rank up your weapons so far to get them to be good, but that also kind of makes a little bit of sense as well. Next, I have my same secondary, and then all this stuff is the same as well. Now I have my AK-74U class. Again, I rarely use this weapon anymore. Once the pros start using it and all the sweats start using it, that's when I stop using those weapons that I used to really like, back when they were a little bit underrated, but now that they're just used way too much, I rarely use this weapon. Again, in the past few months, I've maybe gotten 50 kills with it. I rarely use this weapon. Now, this is the same exact class that I used in my best class setup video. I have the Spetsnaz compensator, the 10.3-inch Liberator barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the 40-round drum, and then last but not least, the KGB skeletal stock. Again, don't really use this weapon that much, and then everything is the same over here as well. Now I have my MP5 class. Again, this is, I think, a class, yeah, this is a challenge class, because when I get the chance, I try and go for a little bit of challenges, but once I get the tactical rifles ranked up, my playstyle is literally going to be going for challenges most of the time. But I have the SOCOM Eliminator, the 9.5-inch reinforced heavy barrel, the SWAT 5mm laser for those point-blank kills, the Field Agent grip, and then last but not least, the 40-round drum. Again, this is mostly a challenge class, so that's why it's not really my common class. But again, I barely use the MP5 either. I just really stay away from the weapons that are kind of overpowered or have a bad rap, including the AK-74U and the MP5 are those two SMGs, so I just don't really use them that much in this game. They're just kind of boring to use. They're really good, and I like beasting on people using weapons that are pretty underrated. Next, we have my blueprint review class. This is obviously an irrelevant class because, well, it's my blueprint review class. Next, we have my Groza class here. This is a weapon that I really like, very underrated as well. No one ever uses this weapon, it seems like, anymore, which is fine by me. Again, I'm happy when weapons are underrated because that means I get to use them and not annoy other people. And next, I have myself the KGB Eliminator for this, the 16.7-inch reinforced barrel, the Spetsnaz grip, the taped mags, and then finally I have myself the Spetsnaz PKM stock, which is kind of my stock before I get this one that I really like using. And that is pretty much it. The only other class I have here is my Ashwood sniper class for my sniper series, and this sniper rifle isn't really ranked up that much. This is mostly the blueprint. In fact, I think this whole thing is the blueprint, besides the speed tape right here. So again, that's not very used much. Again, I have my old reliable secondary here, and then of course everything over here is the same as well. So now that we have all the classes out of the way, we are going to go ahead and head over to the Prestige store, and I will go ahead and pick up myself a Prestige calling card, which I think when I was looking through all these earlier today, I think what I want to go for is I want to go for the Call of Duty 4 Prestige 5 calling card. Why? Well, I love this Prestige emblem. It is what I like to always call this the Minion Prestige emblem, because it looks like a minion from Despicable Me. And I freaking love it. I've always have, always will. It's such a cool emblem. I also really like the Black Ops 1 Prestige 5, but throughout the year, I think I will probably try and unlock as many of these as I can. This weekend is actually double XP, so I'm going to try my best to get to Master Prestige in this season. It's going to be a hell of a grind, but I'm going to try my best to. If I don't get there, whatever, it's not a big deal. But the thing about Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is that your rank resets at the beginning of every season, so if you don't get to that specific Prestige by the end of the season, they bring you back to level 1. So the concern is right now is that I'll get to like level 190 or 195. I won't have enough time to Prestige anymore, and I'll be wasting a ton of XP. So I'm going to try my best to grind the crap out of this game over the next couple of days and do my best to get to that Prestige level. But anyways, I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time or get to Master Prestige in this season. But I'm going to go ahead and grab the Despicable Me calling card because I freaking love it. It's just such a fun emblem. I'm going to go ahead and equip that bad boy. And that is everything. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. That Prestige 5 icon does look really awesome. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, a like rating is always appreciated. Let me know what Prestige and level you guys are here in this season. Again, I'm very, very much looking forward to Season 2. Hopefully I will be able to, or I'm definitely going to try my best to get to Master Prestige in that season as well, and try and catch myself up to the highest rank in the game, which I think next season will be Prestige 11, so I'm going to really have to grind this game a lot. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, a like rating was appreciated. If you want to check out any of my other previous Prestige videos, I will leave my Prestige 4 video at the end of the video for you guys to check out. And I may even create a playlist so you guys can see my progression throughout every single Prestige in this game. But again, I will make a video relatively soon about the microtransaction SBMM system and talk about that. But anyways, I will see you guys all on another Black Ops Cold War video very, very soon.